Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. If you hear little feet running around, I'm so sorry, my dogs are in here and their little paws make noise on the floor. But as you can see, I have a different setup today. I'm not filming in my beauty room. That's where I pretty much always film, where I have like those two like brick whitewashed columns. I'm actually sitting in my bedroom at my vanity, there's Olivia, where I do my makeup every single day when I sit down to get ready for the day. I don't know, when I did my little IGTV Valentine's Day video, which if you wanna check it out, it's the only thing on my IGTV on Instagram. But when I filmed that video, I filmed it sitting here at my vanity. I just had like such a nice time filming that video. I just felt like I was like doing my makeup and hanging out and relaxing. And it just felt like more casual, more chill. And since today is such a casual, relaxed makeup look, I thought that I would just sit here and do it at my vanity again. So I asked on Instagram story what you guys wanted to see, and a few of you guys told me that you really wanted to see like a really easy go-to everyday look. One of you guys actually said, what do I do? Show us what to do if I want to go to Target but I don't want to look like I just roll out of bed. And I was like, oh my god, that's so relatable. So this is what I do. Actually, recently Desi Perkins put up a video maybe like a few weeks ago, like a month ago, I don't know. Anyways, the video was of her like go-to everyday, just like quick, simple, put together makeup. Even though I have my own routine that I do, I did adopt a couple little things that she did that I find work really well for me. So I'm sure that they'll work well for you too. So if some of the things from her video are similar in this video, that is why. There was one technique that she used actually that was like game changing for me, and I do it like every single time I feel ugly and I'm like, damn, I make myself look like a little better. So I just washed my face. I did my whole skincare routine. So my face is nice and moisturized and freshly washed and ready to go. Basically, this whole thing that I do is just skin. I really don't do much else. I do a little bit of brow, but like, that's really it. It's pretty simple. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my Dr. Brandt Pores No More. I have been loving this primer. And actually, in this month's BoxyCharm, there was a pore filling primer that came and I still haven't even tried it. And I'm dying to try it. I wonder if it's good. I haven't tried it yet. Have you guys tried that pore filling primer that came in Boxy? If you did, comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And I'm just gonna put this right here on the sides of my nose because I have huge pores. The other day I was at a BoxyCharm event and everyone was like, oh my god, you have such beautiful skin. You have no pores. And I was like, what are you talking about? My pores are huge. I have massive pores, like right here. I'm just gonna put a little bit of Pores No More, kind of pressing it in, and that's it. That's just gonna help to hide my pores and make my skin look a little bit smoother and just like a little bit overall nicer. The next thing I'm gonna do is grab some MAC Strobe Cream in the color Gold Light, and this is the technique that I adopted from the Desi Perkins video. So I've been using MAC Strobe Light in the color Gold Light for quite some time. I would say like for 2 years. I've been using it on clients for a while. It's just like a really beautiful, more like natural looking illuminator. It's not like, it's just like glowy, but not too much that like if you put it on and you have no other makeup on, it looks like you just have like stripes of like glow on your face. So I'm just gonna put some of this on my hands right here. I take about this much, as you can see, and I'm just gonna rub it together on my fingers, and I'm literally just gonna apply this right here on my cheekbones with my hands. So I pretty much always used a liquid illuminator whenever I would do my like everyday look. I'm also gonna put a little bit right here over my eyebrows because I like to have like that nice forehead glow to give that all over glowy effect. And I always make sure to get some here on my temples because I like to be glowy there too. I'm gonna pick up a little more, a little less than the last time, about that much now. Put it down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin, just all the high points of my face where I wanna be nice and glowy. So what I was saying was I pretty much always did this with a liquid illuminator. I've always alternated between MAC Strobe Cream and the Temp 2 BoxyCharm drops. Those are my two like favorite liquid illuminators. They're so good. Let me show you the BoxyCharm drops. These are the drops I'm talking about. You can see how well loved this bottle is. I use these all the time. These are just very beaming. They're not as natural as the MAC Strobe Cream. So for every day, I do prefer the MAC Strobe Cream. The technique that I adopted from her was applying it with your fingers. I used to always apply it with a damp sponge, and it's just so much faster when you apply it with your fingers, and it just goes on, like it's like your hands kind of warm up the product, and it helps it just blend into your skin a little bit better and look more natural and like more soft and just natural, like if your skin is naturally like that. So that's why I like applying it with my fingers after I saw Desi Perkins' video. Now that I've got my pores filled in and I've got like a nice little glow happening, the next thing I'll do is just kind of spot conceal my face. And there's 3 concealers that I like to alternate between to do this. The first one is the Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer. This concealer blends out so nice with a brush, and it really doesn't crease too much if you use like a very small amount, because I don't set this down with powder when I do this. I just blend it out with a brush and don't set it with powder. So this one looks really, really, really good, and it blends into the skin really nicely. However, since I have 000 tan right now, this is like really dark for me. I used this last night and I was like, whoa, I had to put a lighter concealer on top of it because it was too dark for my skin tone right now. I either need to get a lighter color or just wait till I get a tan. The next concealer that I love to use when I do this is the Becca Aqua Luminous Concealer. This one's really, really, really nice. I use the shade medium, and it's pretty much my exact skin tone, so it doesn't highlight my face at all. It's like the exact color of my skin. It's very lightweight. It looks really nice. I really like this one. And then the last one that I'll use is Maybelline Fit Me. Good old Maybelline Fit Me. I love this concealer so much. I don't know what I would do without it. This is one of my favorite concealers like of all time. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one in this video. I'm using the shade Sand, number 20. And you're gonna see this shade is a little bit lighter than my skin tone. So this is gonna add a little bit of a highlighted look to my face. And I just put this in the areas where I need more coverage. I get a lot of redness around my nose. I have a little bit of darkness under my eyes. Over here, I have like a little bit of a blemish. So I'm just gonna put some there, a little here. Put some blemishes over here, a little right there. And I like to do this after I apply the glow product, after I apply the strobe cream, because if you do this first and then try to apply the strobe cream, all you're gonna do is wipe the concealer away. So you should do the concealer after. I'm using a Morphe M334 to blend all this out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and press this into my skin and blend it out. So as you can see, it's like a little lighter than my skin tone, but it's not so light that it looks like white and like, oh my God. Like when you're doing this, if you're just gonna spot conceal, you wanna use something that's maybe like a little bit lighter than your skin tone or the exact color of your skin tone. You never really wanna use something that's like way lighter, because it's gonna look like light splotches all over your face. And normally this whole little look takes me like less than 10 minutes. This is like a 5 to 8 minute thing. It's super quick. I'm just taking longer because like obviously I'm talking you guys through it, I'm talking about the products, but this is like really fast. Okay, so as you can see, I have like a really nice, soft, natural glow happening. My skin looks a lot cleaner now. The concealer makes such a difference. Like I just look nice and clean and not like so splotchy. Bum, ba, da, bum, 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 bum. The next step is also something I adopted from the Desi Perkins video. I used to never do this. I used to kind of just like leave it at this, do a couple more steps, but like this was basically the gist of it. But in Desi Perkins' video, I saw that she does this and I started doing it and it was a game changer. Because when I do this, I don't put any contour, I don't put any bronzer. I just kind of like clean up my skin and give myself like a nice soft glow just so I look like healthy and awake and like alive, you know? She uses a liquid blush from NARS in the shade Torrid. So I recently picked this up and I actually used this for the first time last night, and this is now gonna be part of my routine whenever I do my little quick no makeup thing, because it just adds like a nice flush of color and it just makes you look a little more healthy and a little more awake, and it takes like 2 seconds. So this thing is so weird. Like it has like no brush, like nothing. It's just like plastic. Okay guys, I just had to interject and show you something really quick because I'm literally an idiot. These NARS things, this is a top that comes off and there's a pump on the inside. I spilled a bunch of it because I was literally sitting there and unscrewing this thing off. So I just put like 3 little dots right here on my cheek, on the apple of my cheek. And then I'm gonna take my Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush. This one's the JH04, it's like her angled blush brush. And I am just going to press this into my skin, like this. And as you can see, like once you blend it out, it gives your face like this really pretty, soft, just like flushed and like awake, like little look. I used to never do this. I just wouldn't put anything. I would just leave it with no blush, no bronzer, nothing. But I really like how the blush just gives like a little boost of color to your face. It just makes you look more awake and like more healthy. And also I didn't mention I was putting on when I was putting on the concealer, but I'll mention it now. I don't know if you noticed, but I used the tiniest amount of concealer. That's why I didn't set it. If you use a very small amount of concealer, it should not crease. And none of these 3 concealers that I showed you guys, I've never had an issue with creasing with any 3 of them. So you should be fine, but just keep in mind that you have to use a very small amount. I'm like new to the liquid blush game. It's something that I literally got into yesterday. I've never been like a big liquid blusher, but I do really like how it looks. I like how it looks so natural and so soft. So if you have any that you can recommend, like drugstore, because obviously NARS is not that cheap. I think this was like $32 or $34, something like that. Let me know so I can try them out, and then I can tell you guys how they work for me. I can compare it to that one. So you see how now I have like this nice soft little flush of happiness on my face? Isn't it crazy what like that stupid little step of blush does? It makes it look so much more awake, right? But sometimes I do take the blush too close to like my nose where I have a lot of redness. So I'll just take my concealer brush that I use to blend out the concealer, and using whatever's left over, I'll kind of like buff out those edges and make sure that none of that pink got around my nose. So then, because I love to be super, super, super glowy, I will take my Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Golden Flower Crown. This is one of my favorite highlighters of all time. I know it's like a $3 or $4 highlighter, but it's so good. And I'm using my Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush in JH09. It's like a little tapered, fluffy brush. And I'll just go on the very highest point of my face and just put a little bit of that, just to add a little bit more of a glow. I like to be glowy. Tip of the nose. I always put a little in between my eyebrows right here because I have like a slight bump. Little over the brows, Cupid's bow, and a little on the chin. But if just with the strobe cream you had enough, you can just leave it at that. I just like to have a little bit more of an extra glow. So depending on what I'm doing, where I'm going, like if it's like a night out to dinner, we're gonna be out with some friends and I'm like taking some selfies or like Instagram stories or whatever, I will do my eyebrows. And when I do my eyebrows, when I'm doing this really light no makeup look, I use the Morphe brow pomade in the shade Biscotti. This is the lightest color they make it in, but it looks so natural and so soft, because sometimes when you do like a full out pomade brow, when you have such little makeup on, it looks, my brother told me I look like a man. He's like, you look like a man, like you just have eyebrows when I look at you. I found that with this color, that doesn't happen because it's so light, it's so soft, it's very taupey, and it looks very natural, so it works really well. But on a day like today, that all I'm doing is going to the mall by myself, and like I know I'm not really gonna be taking pictures or like anything like that. It's just me. Maybe I'll do some Instagram stories, I don't know, but I don't really care. I get on an Instagram story all the time with no makeup on. I'll just take my Benefit, this is my travel size one. Where's my big one? I don't know where my big one is. It's somewhere, it's probably in my purse or something somewhere. Anyways, I'll take my Benefit Gimme Brow Gel. This is in the number 3. And I will literally just brush my eyebrows with this. Like I'll kind of just like brush them up a little bit to give them a little bit of fluff. And this just helps to give them a little bit of color. Honestly guys, my brows, if I don't full out do my brows, there's not really much that I can do. I have just like a naturally not good shaped brow. Like I'm missing like a big chunk of my eyebrow right here. So I'll just like roll with it. Like I'm just rolling with what God gave me, what the universe gave me, you know? So I'll kind of just do like a little bit of fluffy brow, brush them up, but using a brow gel that has a little bit of color in it helps them to look fluffier and fuller. Like look at the difference between this one and that one, just from brushing it with this crap. I still do have a bald spot there, but it's okay. On days like this, I just let my bald spot live its best life. And obviously, this literally takes like 2 seconds. If you're somebody that's blessed with like really nice brows naturally, like a good shape, you're gonna love a brow gel that has color in it, because all you do is brush this through your brows and your brows are done. Lucky you. So like I said, my brows definitely do not look good, but they look a little better. At least it looks like I have eyebrows, you know? This is pretty much it, guys. All that's left now is lips. And what I do to my lips kind of changes depending on what I'm doing. Like last night, I did this exact look because me and Chris went to dinner. We just went to dinner, me and him, super casual. It was like not a big deal. And so I didn't feel like doing full out makeup. So this is exactly what I did, except I did put my brows on. I did paint on my eyebrows with my Morphe pomade, like I mentioned before that I do sometimes do. So sometimes I'll just throw on a lip balm, sometimes I'll throw on a lip gloss. But even though I didn't do my eyebrows today, I loved the lip combo I did last night. So I'm gonna do it here so you guys can see it. I started off with the NYX Nude Beige lip liner. I love the NYX lip liners. Right now, I'm in love with the NYX lip liners and the Morphe lip liners. There's actually a Morphe store at the mall that I'm going to now. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna stock up on lip liners because they're like $3 and they're amazing. But this one's from NYX. Like I said, it's colored Nude Truffle, and I'm just gonna very quickly line my lips. I'm gonna overdraw a little bit on the top, but that's it. I lined them very lightly. I didn't go in with like a hard, like intense lip liner. I had a very light hand while I was doing it because again, I don't have that much makeup on, so I don't want it to look like, you know, like too much. So then I went in with the Maybelline lipstick in the color Baddest Beige, shade 050. Jaclyn Hill talked about this for a while. That's why I literally just bought this yesterday, so I wanted to try it. And I put this And as you can see, once you put on the lipstick, it really blends with the lip liner, and the lip liner doesn't look so intense. And then the last thing that I did was I took the Fenty lip gloss in the shade Fenty Glow and put this right on top. I can't believe I have taken so long to jump on this bandwagon. This lip gloss is incredible. Like 10 out of 10, I recommend it to everyone. You absolutely do not need to use this on any lip products. Like I said, a lot of times I just put on a lip balm. My favorite one is from Rosebud Salve. They sell it at Ulta, they sell it at Sephora. I love it, it's so good. But last night I did this little lip combo and I really liked it, so I wanted to show it to you guys. And this is pretty much it, guys. Like this is it, it's done. I don't set my face with setting sprays when I do this just because I didn't use any powder products, so there's nothing really to set down. I mean, a lot of times I like using setting sprays because powder products look a little cakey and setting sprays help to kind of just like soften up the powder, help your skin absorb a little bit better. But since my skin looks so soft and so dewy, I don't feel the need to set my face. It's just gonna make it look more dewy, and I kind of don't want that because it looks naturally dewy, and throughout the day it's gonna naturally get a little dewier and a little dewier. So I just don't set it down when I do this. And I also don't put mascara. I have a hate relate, not even a love-hate, I have a hate relationship with mascara. I've talked about it before. Taking mascara off is the worst thing ever. It takes me like 3 full days to get all my mascara off. So I very rarely wear mascara unless I'm doing a full out makeup look. But if you ever see me out somewhere, I promise you, like, and it's like a casual thing, I will not have on mascara, ever. If you want, you could totally add mascara to this look. I know there's lots of people that feel like they need to have mascara to feel done, so you can totally do that. I just don't, so I don't wear mascara. But this is the whole look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you have an everyday routine or an everyday product that you have to use, comment below and let me know what it is so I can check it out. Maybe I'll try it out. And comment below and let me know what else you guys want to see. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.